Hey everybody, Mr. Connor here. I hope that you've all had a great week. We have here in Clover. This week in phonics, we have been looking again, we have been reviewing the short I ending sound. So to do that, what we've done, we've put on the wall all the ending sound combinations, such as ip, id, in, it, ix, and I have showed the students various flashcards with those different ending sounds on them, and I have had them put them up on the matching ending sound. And after that, we would then go over the spelling of the individual CVC words, and I'm pleased to say that many of the students were actually able to spell them after we practiced. We then played phonics bingo, so we created different bingo sets for each child with different ending sounds on them, and I would say the word, so I would say big, then I would say ig to separate the beginning sound from the ending sound, and then if they still didn't get it, I would then spell it for them. And they really enjoyed this game actually. So what they do, they put a block on the sound, or on the word once they hear it, and once they get all of the words, they then shout bingo, and they had good fun playing that. We then had a colouring in activity. So this was a more like individual activity where they had to do the reading themselves. This was a way of testing them. And they had to colour in the picture as the same as the word. Many students were able to do this. I'd say maybe 50% were able to do it more or less unassisted, but still a few of the students require practice on reading, and that's something we're going to pay more attention to and focus on in the future. We've also been looking at sight words. So the sight words this week we've been looking at are tap and shake, and we've been relating that to the topic of music. So what instruments do you shake and what instruments do you tap? And they've enjoyed learning about that. That's been a very hands-on experience. The story that we read this week is called Olivia Forms a Band. And I'm pleased to say the students really engaged quite well with this story. It's all about Olivia, and she wants to go and watch the fireworks with her mum and her family beside a lake. And her mum is convinced that one person cannot be a band, but Olivia wants to prove her wrong because she's got a bell on her back, cymbals on her feet, a drum on her back, and a xylophone as well that she's playing. And we tried to get the students to see how many different sounds they could make with their body. Can they click? Can they clap their hands and stomp their feet at the same time? So they were very engaged with this book, especially. And then in mathematics this week, what we've been doing, looking at 1 to 20. So to do that, we had this engaging activity where we had these paper plates, and I wrote the numbers 1 to 20 on them, and I threw them all around the floor, and I split the class up into 2 teams, and I would say a number, and one person from each team would have to go and get the paper plate with that number on it. So yeah, that was a very fun and engaging way of learning the numbers from 1 to 20. And yeah, I hope that you have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next week.